Come on, Bubba. We're going to try this. I don't know how well it's going to work with Maverick. As he's quite difficult. He seems to be sensing something already. What do you think about this, huh? What do you think about this? Want to see? Let's see. Colonel Ledger, if you're here, will you please come near this device in my hand? It won't harm you. If you get close to it, it'll light up and it'll let me know that you're here. I'm here just to talk as a friend, as an ally. I know what the British soldiers did to you here, and it was an act of cowardice. It was a war crime, and they should have been punished accordingly. I live here now, near this place, and I'm grateful for what you and the rest of your soldiers did. We'd just like to talk to you. This device will allow us to communicate. If there's anybody else here, any other soldiers here, or anyone connected to this land, please feel free to come forward also and come touch this device. You just have to get close to it, and it'll go off. Recorder's not working. I'm gonna have to do this like this. See if it gets close to my phone. Oh, apparently not so much. My phone's not giving off anything right now. I thought it normally did. A little bit. So if you get close to it, it'll light up and we'll know you're here. Anybody that's connected to this property or this land, it's going to be difficult to do because he's going to want to yank on that leash. Hey, stop the yanking. Stop it. I know it's starting to rain. It's cold. Wait, let's try this. Let's try this. All right, so the phone sets this off. So let's just call it between like a 0.5 and a 0.6 baseline. If you come near this in my hand, the numbers will go up and we'll also know you're here. It'll give us a way to ask you simple questions. We'd like to know more about what happened here, what it was like for you, and what it's like now. Let's go to the tunnel. Come on. Let's go to the tunnel. All right, hold on. Wait. Let's do this. Wait right here. If you would. Look at this rig. This is ridiculous. This is what this is the mic that I have for this thing, because I don't have another external mic. So this is what I got. It's not very easy to hold or use, but it picks up much more. Ah! Wait. So let's do that. If there's anybody here that wishes to speak with us, my name's Kyle. This is my dog, Maverick. Come speak into this microphone and let us know your name. Did you fight in a battle here? Were you killed here? Are you part of the British Army or the American Army? Or soldiers, I should say. Are you a British soldier or an American soldier? Did you leave family behind? Still watching the tri-field and it's not moving. Just go staying the same. 0.2, 0.4, 0.3, 0.5. I live in the neighborhood surrounding this battlefield now, and I'd just like to thank you, if you're an American soldier, for fighting for this land. and our freedom from the tyranny of the English. If you are Colonel Ledyard, I am an ally. I'm a friend. I'd like to speak with you. I'd like to extend my apologies for what happened to you at the hands of the cowardly British soldiers. You can come pet the dog. He's friendly. He may jump on you. No, it's not an RF. It's on EMF, magnetic, milligauss. If you're here, please come talking to this mic. You know, if you died here, how you died. I knew this was going to happen. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm going to turn this off now because I have a dog that is possessed by some ungodly meth demon. Get over here, you butthead. Come on, let's walk. Here you go. Told you he was possessed by a meth demon. Let's go. Come on. Hey, hey. You want to go back home? You want to go inside? You want to go inside? Knock it off. Knock it off, or we're going to stop the walk. Let's see if he's got EMF. Seems that way. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Chill. Chill. Oh, he's cute. He's cute. Chill, man. Chill. How you guys doing? Come on, let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Excuse me. They're here together as a family. When he sees kids, he freaks. He just, I don't know. He loves everybody. He loves people. He wants to say hi to everyone. But when he sees kids, he totally freaks. He goes completely bonkers. I've never seen it before. You'll see him playing outside in front of the house, and he'll just run from window to window, crying and crying and crying because he wants to be able to go see him. And Tom Hardy, big fan, huge fan. I was born in it. How's that line go? What's that Bane line? You merely visit the dog. I was born in it. Something like that. No, you are not. I'm so jealous, man. I'm so jealous. But I figured I'd try. I knew it was going to be difficult with him. Trying to hold two different pieces of equipment and a phone. And yeah, so anyway, we tried. Didn't work well, but it is what it is. Come on, we're going this way. Apologies. I'm super jealous if you're going there. Super duper jealous. I need to get somewhere good soon. Even though my mother is completely against me doing any of the paranormal stuff. She does not like it. She is not a fan. Must have been around children's people say. So, what I think, and that's absolutely possible too. What I think though is that when he was at his foster family's house, there was like three kids there. There was like three kids, and I think and he was a puppy then, like a real little guy, and I think that's probably where it comes from, the most part anyway. Um, Especially since like he especially freaks out over my niece. So my niece is half Ecuadorian, and she's really tan, like really dark. Uh, and one of the girls one of the daughters at the foster's house was also very tan color. And so when he sees her, my niece, he like especially freaks, totally like bonkers, crying. Even when she comes over, he's crying while he's trying to, like lick her and jump on her and hug her, and he's just so. It's like he's overwhelmed, and I think that's why. I think maybe she reminds him of the little girl that that he lived with in the first few weeks of his life. What happened to Tom Hardy? I'm a huge Bane fan. But I mean, I've watched a lot of Tom Hardy. I've watched a lot of your movies, buddy. I forget the name of the one where you played you and your twin brother. That was a good one. How you doing? Good. You? Good, thanks. Come on, Bubba. That was a good one. Where you played you and your twin brother. You were British gangsters. Yeah. That gentleman just made the fastest loop I've ever seen in my life. We're gonna have to go back. Maybe that's what I'll do one night this week. Instead of the show, maybe I'll go do a nighttime investigation at the park, at the battlefield. I'll go down to the house, the hospital, the house that was the hospital and the triage. Um, I'll go over to where the cannons were, the monument, both monuments, the Colonel Ledger Monument and the tower. Um, I'll go to the monument. What the hell? I'll go to the monument of the African American soldier. He was the only, I think, if I remember right, was the only African American soldier in this battle here, and he ended up. He was a giant hero. Saved a bunch of lives. Killed their either their colonel or general, and then he ended up getting killed himself. But pretty cool story. But anyway, I'm sorry. I know most people are like tuning in for a ghost hunt, and it's just too difficult with him. I was hoping that maybe he'd get over there and mellow out, but that's not what he does. He doesn't do that. He doesn't mellow out. Can't wait until he gets those little uh, dangleberries clipped. Hoping that'll calm him down some. Let's go. Come on, let's go. I'd love to get into some of these houses too. There's a house down here. I've showed it on my walk in the morning. Past the green and then the gray house. The next house up on the left is supposed to be incredibly haunted. It's now turned into like multifamily apartments, but it's supposed to be really haunted from all accounts. I mean, but you look at these houses. The Thomas Avery Miner, 1894. Um, Probably some kind of ship captain. Most of them that have the signs on them were ship captains or part of the military that was here and fought. Um, but it's pretty cool. There's a lot of history here. This is like one of the size of this tree, man. Look at the size of that thing. Same with the one over there. Massive. These things have to be a few hundred years old. They have to be. That thing, I don't even know how big that is around. I mean, the trunk of this tree, I've seen sequoias this big. It looks like an elephant's foot, but the biggest elephant's foot you've ever seen. I mean, this is just massive, massive, massive. Let me try to think about this. And maybe 12 to 15 feet around, if I had to guess. Yeah. 12 to 15 feet around the trunk, maybe more. That's kind of a minimum guess. That's a giant tree. Giant tree. And the other one's just as big. The leaves that fall off of this thing, they're so big. Like I held one up to my face, and the leaf covered my whole face. Here's the pretty church. This church is beautiful too. Really pretty. All that old stonework, man. They just don't make anything like they used to, you know. Houses, the woodwork they used to do in houses, the trim work, staircases, the railings, all that stuff. They just don't do it the way that they used to. It was all done. You know, people took their time and made things beautiful and ornate and all that. I couldn't. Sorry, he jumped. Have a good one, man. Come on, Bubba. Here you go. Here's a small leaf from that tree. A very small one. It's about the size of Maverick's. Head. Actually, take your time in building things. Nothing was a rush. It was all about the quality of the finished products. That's why you have houses that are from the 1800s that still have original woodwork in them that's not falling apart. Well, that's not good. Their exhaust is dragging underneath their car. I can hear it. I can see it. That is not good. No, they don't make them like that. They don't. They make anything like that anymore. I worked with a guy when I framed houses. This old Frenchman. His name is Rolly. Sweetest old guy. He came off as a kind of a dry, grumpy curmudgeon to most people. But for whatever reason, he really took a shine to me, and I did to him. I really liked him. Most of the guys kind of kept their distance because he could get this old pooch. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, stop it! I'm not barking at you. But I worked with Rolly, and I really liked Rolly. He was a really nice guy. He just kept people away that he thought were dumbasses, basically, is how he put it. But we got along. But he was a true finish carpenter. I mean, this guy did work that was just out of this world. It was just some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone make cuts in wood and put things together so precisely. I mean, so absolutely precisely. the joints and the seams they fit together perfectly. You know how you make a cut in some wood, you got a 45 and you fit two pieces together. Just like even on a really good couple cuts, you got a slight gap if you're lucky. This guy's stuff was just, I mean, it was perfect. There wasn't no gap. There was no gap. You didn't have to drive any nails into it to pull it together. He was just that kind of. His great grandfather, his grandfather, and if you know anything about the woodwork over there or any architecture in Europe, it's some of the most ornate stuff you've ever seen in your life. So he was just amazing. I loved watching him work. I loved watching him create staircases. This guy would make these staircases and you know, the spindles and all that stuff. Every single one he'd turn himself, and all the stairs he put together himself, one step at a time. Uh, we're talking about um, you know, like, what do they call those staircases that go up and around? They start at the bottom and they go like around, up and around. He'd make those stairs. I mean, it was just crazy what this guy could do. It really was. His trim work was just nuts. And he was, you know, he worked fairly fast. Obviously, he'd done it for a long time, but he wouldn't rush for anybody. He didn't care. He would tell anybody that tried to give him a hard time, he'd say, "Hey, you want fast? Hire fast. You want good? Get the hell out of my way and let me do my job." And there wasn't. I'd never worked with a finished carpenter that was better than him. Never. Spiral. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word for some reason. Get out of there. What are you rolling in? God. Should have got a guinea pig. Get a dog, they said. It'll be fun, they said. One of these days, you're going to do that. You're going to run. That leash is going to let up. You're going to come flying backwards. And you're going to hate yourself for it. So don't be a douche. Yeah, Grace. It was amazing to watch people build like that. It really was. It's such a lost art. Whoa, whoa. Come on. Spin me around. Spin me around. Let's go. All right. Well, that was a terrible attempt. I apologize for wasting 20 minutes of all your time or 30 minutes of your time. I'll have to do that again when I'm by myself. Right now, it's starting to rain and it's cold, and I want to get inside because I know it seems really, really fickle, but pray that we get snow, a lot of snow, a good snowstorm, just this one, because we haven't had one yet this year, and I just want one. I just want one. Just one. That's it. Just one. All right, let's go. Come on, we're going inside. I'm cold. All right, guys. Sorry for wasting your time. I tried. Didn't work. It's like bringing a baby to do a ghost hunt, you know? It just don't work. Now he wants to go attack the crows. I'd love to see him try. They'd mess him up. Same brain to body ratio as humans, just so you know. Crows are very smart. Usually hang out in groups. There's 3 of them here, And they call a group of crows a murder. If that's not ominous, I don't know what is. A murder of crows. Terrifying. Anyway. Yeah, we haven't gotten anything. We haven't gotten anything. We've got 2 inches so far, which is literally 2 inches, and it was gone the very next day. Well, actually, no, it was gone in 6 hours. Crazy stuff. All right, take care. All right, I'm going in. I'm cold. Let's go. We're going inside. You're not in charge anymore. All right, guys. I'll check in. Love yous. Have a good day. Peace and chicken grease.